Hello and welcome to some more Star Citizen 3.0 PTU patch notes and updates for the latest 3.0 AE patch, which is another step forward towards the 3.0 live build. There's been a few major changes and points that I want to talk about with the patch straight away. Shops now have items and inventories again, so you can buy things, they get added to your personal inventory, the shops aren't there anymore. Bed respawning and persistence is sort of in, at least in its first implementation. It works when logging back into the same instance, so you'll spawn in the bed of the ship that you last logged out in. Most of the time, after leaving the game for a while, this will reset though, so it's going to be annoying. It's only if you jump back in quickly or back into a game where you've got friends in. But at least it's a step forward towards the functionality. Basically, get into the bed, using Inner Thought, and then use Inner Thought again to literally select a log out function, and then you'll respawn back in that same bed that you logged out in. The current player cap is back to 50 on the servers as well. There is pausing every so often and frame drops to 100 occasionally, which is actually quite annoying, and this is the first patch I've actually had that particular bug, and I'm assuming it's similar for everyone. Missions seem much more completable though. I was able to do 5 missions in a row without any actual issues preventing me from completing the missions, such as invincible NPCs or the mission objective not spawning. But then eventually I had problems with cargo boxes disappearing when trying to pick them up and couldn't complete one of the trash missions. They have added the command that allows you to find your location in coordinates, which can be very useful for bug reporting purposes, but also allows you to kind of share locations with other people in the verse if you found something cool. You enter /show location in the chat box, and that will give you the coordinates. Clicking on multiplayer in Arena Commander causes the client to crash as well. Game modes are currently disabled due to this bug. Items and ships placed in hangars are still not persisting between sessions, which is another annoying little bug. So, the focus feature updates for this patch. Quantum Travel VFX has had some minor polish. They've adjusted the LODs and lighting at outposts. Various lighting and functionality polish for Common Rays has been done. Various interaction cursor updates as well. Texture and collision polish to derelict caterpillars has been done, so the caterpillar actual derelicts look a lot better. They've added automated defense turrets around Port Olisar and security post Korea. To improve performance, they've also removed 50% of the NPCs from stations, so there's less density in NPCs when walking around, which does mean they're slightly less buggy, I found as well. Automated landing can now be triggered from slightly further away from the assigned pad. With missions, they've increased the time to report to the start of a patrol mission, so that you don't get instantly failed or whatever. They've moved corpses into better locations, adjusted the derelicts to allow better flow, and added pirates to the derelicts. With ships and vehicles, specifically the Gladius, they've updated the top displays to a 4:3 aspect ratio. That's pretty retro. Converted the displays to full MFDs and updated the ship headlights. Bug fixes. So there's quite a few bug fixes here. Some of them which are quite important. The Trollmag EMP on the Saber Raven should now have a proper bubble VFX. Fix for dying/crashing while carrying a box, leaving you permanently attached in your hand even after logging on and off. That was fixed. All ships should now be locked to non-owner players by default when spawned at the ASOP terminal. Updated the Starkit and Dragonfly to have the correct seat texture. Shops and commodities should again be available throughout the verse, as we said earlier. They fixed the animations on mining machines. They fixed various collision and visual issues at derelicts. Kudri or Outpost, I don't know if I'm saying that right, should be properly labelled and marked, but probably not stated correctly by me. Ships spawning into Arena Commander modes should no longer have landing gear down or have landing mode thruster levels. They've corrected the misaligned VFX thruster positioning on the Retaliator. The game should no longer crash when equipping a weapon that is already equipped in another slot. They fixed the odd camera display when requesting a ship from Levski ASOP terminals. They fixed the yaw and roll joystick animations being incorrect on various ships. The 2 struts opposite the main cargo area of the Starfarer should now have collision. They fixed an issue where players would not have any stance active while ducking, allowing them to survive without oxygen indefinitely. Several fixes have been made to prevent missions breaking due to the loss or destruction of mission critical items. They fixed the levels of detail popping issue on the Constellation turrets. They fixed HUD positions being too low on the Argos. They raised the thruster over heat cap and lowered the heat, power and atmosphere heat factor reactors to prevent its engines overheating and cutting off with afterburner. This was why I was falling out of the sky in planets. More balance on this will come later. Players should no longer be able to set the Starfarer or Caterpillar as delivery destinations at Grimhex on the kiosk, where they can't be spawned. The controls in the Car2 Isle should now properly reflect role. Fixed various issues with Miles Eckhart interactions, that mission giver there. Various fixes for camera view from seats and beds, and they've reduced the number of M50s spawned in various enemy waves, which is good, because M50s are annoying little gnats which can't die. Well, they can die, but they take ages. They've also fixed several crashes and made various performance tweaks, but the crashes and performance tweaks, they go up and down with every patch, where they fix some stuff, new ones can come in. With UI, they also added the ship view to Arena Commander's loadout manager, and with cargo, they added the running sound for kiosks, and carryable commodity crates dropped from a destroyed vehicle will now appear in persistent data when placed inside of another vehicle. There is still core content missing with the user interface, mobiGlas apps, insurance, persistence, internal ship docking, comm system, and missions before 3.0 is completed, and obviously they want to do loads of patches with focusing on performance and crash fixes and that sort of stuff as well. Performance of this patch is, however, for me quite erratic. For me, it's really stable in terms of crashes, but has big pauses and stutters seemingly randomly, where my frames will go to 0 for a couple of seconds. So it's literally a pause. Has it crashed? No, it's just a big lag. That said, the fact I could complete loads of missions is pretty cool. I've actually had the longest session in Star Citizen of about 4 hours, completing missions one after another. We're still in wave 2 of the PTU, so more invites should be going out in the next few weeks, with a hope to get everyone in the PTU, or potentially even a live build by Christmas. Actually, another big focus for this patch was mission testing, rewards and progression as well as some regression testing to check out some older bugs and some other bugs that might still be in this patch, and they're available to participate in. I'll put the links to a survey that anyone can complete that's in 3.0 and when they complete a mission, as well as some more instructions on that regression testing. Every month we have a giveaway. For December, it's an extra massive now Orion mining vessel donated by our featured org, Self-Made, an organisation looking at all types of gameplay with a lawful, neutral stance and a focus on developing your character as an individual and kind of not being a dick to others. Links below to that. All you need to do is be subscribed to my YouTube channel to win for a chance for winning that, and comment on any of my videos during the month. Do you have any questions about the AE patch, or about 3.0 in general, or about the PTU, or about dates, or about the holiday livestream, or Star Citizen's development in general? Chuck them in the comments below. A special thank you to my Patreons for allowing me to create the amount of content I do. If you're interested in becoming one of them, you can find the links to Patreon, as well as everything else we've talked about down below. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, as it really does help me, and I'll see you in the verse.